Hey guys, it's Sam with The Blind Spot. So I was asked once before if I could show what apps that I use on my phone every single day. And in fact, what I keep on my phone and what apps I use that enabled me to use my Android smartphone. So I thought I would take a minute today and do just that. So hang out, we'll be right back. Alright, so just readjusted a little bit and I'm going to do my best to show you guys. Now, first of all, I am using the Note 4 and this is Samsung device. You see, based on the size of my hands, and I've got pretty big hands, it's a big phone. In fact, I will try and show some size comparisons with like the iPhone and other phones that people are probably more familiar with. But I love it. It's a huge screen. It is a quad HD screen. So now I'm also running the latest version of Lollipop, which is the latest version of Android. And they've added a couple features, including these notifications on the lock screen. And if I pull down the notification drawer here, you see that their notifications are backed in white. Makes it a little easier to read, and large icons. So that helps out a lot with my magnifier. But right away, you'll notice that I'm using a clock widget here. This is called Beautiful Widgets, and it simulates an HTC flip style clock. It also has the weather here. I can just tap on it and it takes me into the weather, current weather for my location, and a 4 or 5 day forecast there. But what I like about this is it's really large, it's easy to see. There's tons of different themes for these clocks and the weather. So if this one is not as easy to see, then you can change the theme to something that's easier to see. You guys probably have seen, went too far, this clock that I usually run with. This is a custom clock that I made using an application called Super Widget. And I'll put links to all these applications down in the description down below so you guys can find them over on the Play Store. But with this application, you can create custom widgets. It doesn't have to be a clock. It could be calendar widgets. It could be toggles where you tap on it and it turns on or off your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, things like that. Really, this is a fully customizable widget that, so the sky's the limit of what you can make with this. I needed a clock. I needed a big clock that was easy to see for me, and this is kind of what I came up with. It's got the clock and the date. Now, going back, I've got the applications that I use the most here, and I've got them in the same spot. I always put them in the same spot. They're easy for me to find. I don't have to look. I just automatically know where they are. I have a folder here that's full of Google-related applications and ones that I use, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google Maps is in there, YouTube, and so that's all easy to find. This is actually the Galaxy S6 interface that I've got on my Note 4. So I've got the dialer down here as well as the app drawer icon here. I will talk about the dialer. This is the stock dialer, and it doesn't work great for me. It's too white. This is called a hollow theme. Android is really popular with the hollow theme right now, and I don't really love it. The numbers and letters are too wimpy, too small, too hard to read, and there's just not a lot of contrast between the buttons and the background, things like that. So I run a custom dialer, which is called ExDialer or ExDialer, and I've got it right here. And you see that it's much more contrasting with the buttons are a gray versus the black background, so they stand off of it. There's also separation between the buttons. I've made the font pretty large, so it's easy to read the numbers and the letters. And this is fully customizable. There's also themes. This is like a black theme I went with. There's dark, there's color, there's, you know, contrasting themes. So you can make the dialer as big as you want, as small as you want. This application is great. And it also comes with a contacts application, which I've got here, and you see that it's dark versus the really light contacts and application that comes standard. And I'll click on one here. It's Best Buy. I don't care if you guys see their number. Text is white on a black background. It's easy to see. There's big buttons down here for call and SMS. So I really like this application. Once again, that was ExDialer. Now another tool that I use a lot is voice to text and also voice search. So say I'm in here in Google now and I want to look up a phone number. Say I want to look up the number for McDonald's. Okay, Google. Phone number for McDonald's.
McDonald's customer service number is 1-800-244-6227.
So she told me the phone number. I can either click on the little phone icon there. I believe if I click on the number, it will, go right into the dialer, and then I just have to hit the call button and it will call it directly. That works great. It's great for looking up phone numbers, but you can also use this to do other functions on your phone. Okay, Google, please set an alarm for 6 a.m.
Okay, 6 a.m. Setting your alarm.
So it set that alarm. Okay, Google, call Best Buy.
Calling Best Buy mobile.
So you can use it to directly dial phone numbers that are already in your contacts list. So there's a ton of things you can do with Google Now. Okay, Google, what is the weather like today?
Today's forecast for Lexington is 59 degrees and sunny.
Okay, Google, what's the weather going to be like this weekend?
This weekend's forecast for Lexington is 65 degrees with a thunderstorm.
Uh-oh, that's not good. So a lot of functionality there with Google Now.